G'day, I'm Mike Hayes and welcome to Jazz Guitar Chord-melody, part 54. If you've been playing jazz guitar for a while, no doubt you would have come across tunes such as Autumn Leaves, Alone Together, and Softly as a Morning Sunrise. And if you have, you would have heard just some of the beautiful sounds derived from the harmonic minor scale. And you also would have seen some chords with really big names, minor chords with a sharpened seventh, half diminished chords, and things like that. Well, in today's session, we're going to take a step back and have a look at the triads that are created from the harmonic minor scale. We're also going to be looking at some creative ways of instantly putting some of these triads under a melody. And this is a very good skill to have if you're playing chord melody guitar. If this is the first time on our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified just as soon as our latest video is available. Okay, well, it's time to go and investigate sounds from the harmonic minor scale. It's exciting stuff. Here we go. It would be fair to say that throughout the history of music, there has been this constant desire by the human intellect to create more and more complex harmony. Now, when I'm referring to music, I'm referring to music as a form of self-expression that's created by creative people who want to express feelings and thoughts. I'm not referring to the type of commercial top 40 radio type music, where in fact it has went in the opposite direction. There's been this constant move to dumb things down. But that's another story for another day. Now, before we jump in and start playing the harmonic minor scale, let's do a little bit of background work. On the screen at the moment, you'll see the A natural minor scale. It's also known as the A Aeolian mode. And in the series so far, we've done a little bit of work with modes. And while the modes are terrific for creating different colours and moods, the real problem for the composer is that they don't create any new harmonies. If we have a look on the screen at the moment, we'll notice that the chords that are produced out of the A natural minor scale are exactly the same chords that are contained in the key of C major. One of the reasons that composers needed to make some alterations to the natural minor scale to reflect the tonal style of music in the 17th century, and it still continues to this day, is that there was a need to create a strong, perfect cadence. And they needed to create this strong, perfect cadence in a minor key. They already had it sorted out in the major key. They had the G7th going to C. And they wanted to create the equivalent strong cadence in a minor key. And their solution was to raise the 7th note of the natural minor scale by a semitone. Now at the moment we're using as an example the A natural minor scale. So if we take the 7th note in the A natural minor scale and raise it a semitone, that'll make it G sharp. And there we have our A harmonic minor scale. The name harmonic minor comes from the fact that a whole series of new harmonies were created by just making this one alteration to the natural minor scale. It mightn't seem such a big deal just sharpening one note, but when you have a look at the impact of this one note, when you stack the scale in thirds and create the chords from that new scale. As you can see on the screen at the moment, we have A minor, B diminished, C augmented, that's a new chord for us, D minor, and the all-important chord 5 is now an E major chord. Chord 6 is F major, chord 7 is G sharp diminished, or in this instance it's functioning as an E7th. Now I think you start to see the power of just changing this one note in the natural minor scale. And it's also easy to see why composers such as Mozart, Beethoven and Schubert use these new harmonies to help establish and maintain the tonic in their compositions. Okay, time to play the A harmonic minor scale, and we're going to play it as a linear scale up and down the third string on the guitar. Here we go. And now here's the triads that are created from the A harmonic minor scale. I'm playing first inversion triads for this exercise. That means the tonic note for each chord will be the highest note in the triad. Here goes. Okay, time to get creative with our new scale. I'm going to play a 4-bar melody using notes from the A harmonic minor scale. Here goes. Next, I'm going to select certain triads to play under the first note in each bar. Under the E note, I'm going to play an E triad. Under the D note in the second bar, I'm going to play a D minor triad. Under the B note in the third bar, I'm playing a B diminished. And under the A note in bar 4, I'm going to play an A minor. Let's have a listen to how that sounds. And now I'd like to demonstrate some ideas that you might be able to use in your own chord melody playing. I'm going to play bars 3 and 4, and what I'm going to do is place different chords under certain notes. It's really like when you want to communicate something to somebody. You simply think of what you want to say, and then you work out how to say it as you go. So I'm going to firstly demonstrate just bars 3 and 4. Let's have a listen to that. And now here's 3 examples of the same 2 bars played 3 different ways. And the result is 3 different types of expression I'm able to get out of the one melody line. Here we go. As you can hear, there's some subtle differences between each one of the examples, but that's the type of thing that I'm focusing on when I'm putting together a chord melody arrangement. There's 2 things I'm really focusing on. One is putting together all the various parts, that's getting the parts to really work. And the other thing is the expression that I want to achieve. Okay, it's time to give these harmonic minor triads a real workout. So we'll start with string grid 1. I'm beginning on the A minor triad and I'm working up the fretboard and then coming back around once I reach the 12th fret, because I don't want to go too high in case it's not practical to play on your particular guitar. Here we go. Chord-melody onto string grid 2. Now onto string grid 3. Here's string grid 4. Well, that's it for this session, folks. I do hope you've got something out of that. Of course, at the moment, we're working on the harmonic minor in isolation. But when we start mixing the triads from the harmonic minor scale with the melodic minor, the natural minor, and a whole lot of other tonal colours, you'll find you've got a very interesting palette of sounds to work from. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to pop them in the comments section below the video. And as always, I look forward to catching up with you again next time. Bye for now.